Hello, and welcome to another edition of Message of the Song. It's where I take a song that you may or may not know and just share the lyrics with you and share with you what the message of the song has been to me. It's amazing when you hear a song that the message can be different to each and every one of you that hear the message. But I'd like to share to you from my heart about this very, very special song. My mother and father were pastors and pastored many small churches throughout my life, touched many, many people's lives. Many, many times as a child, I heard my dad say, "Wanda, could you come up and sing that song?" When we'd go to special events and special rallies with other churches, often they would ask her to come and for her to sing that song. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. You see, when my mother would come to the platform and she would sing that song, either somebody else would play it on the piano or she would play it. But in her voice, the passion of that song happened the same every time. When she sung it, you knew that in her life, nobody ever cared for her like Jesus did. And she'd sing it over and over again. And even the last few days of her life, she was singing this song. She would say, "I would love to tell you what I think of Jesus, since I found in him a friend so strong and true. I would tell you how he changed my life completely. He did something that no other friend could do. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me." The years gone by, I realized that God doesn't have any grandchildren. He only has children. And the God of my mother, I chose to be the God of me. I remember making that decision to follow Christ. It happened when I understood the second verse. All my life was full of sin when Jesus found me. All my heart was full of misery and woe. Jesus placed his strong and loving arms around me. And he led me in a way I ought to go. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and the darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. You see, I realized that my life was full of sin and darkness and misery and woe, and I needed a Savior to forgive me. And you may wonder what kind of sin that a 7-year-old could have, but I realized I was totally lost without him. At the ripe old age of 7 years old, I said, "God, I want you to take control of my life. Jesus, forgive me of my sins and make me knew. Oh, what happened that day that Jesus came into my heart was the joy that I saw in my mother's eyes whenever she sung this song. And through the different chapters of my life, the third verse brought even more meaning. Every day he comes to me with new assurance. More and more I understand his words of love. But I will never know just why he came to save me. Till one day I see his blessed face above. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Hey, thank you for joining me for Message of the Song, and keep coming back for my next song. Until then, we'll see you later.